Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. I am not surprised at all or shocked to hear about this because we knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming. And now that it's here, people are just like, okay, I knew it was going to happen. Tyler Perry, who was the main person writing all his TV shows, writing every episodes for every TV show, writing all the movies, has finally decided for so long after saying no to a writer's room, he decided to bring in the writer's room. But the problem is now his shows are seeing ratings decline, and now he's blaming the writer's room for the show's ratings decline. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts about this, and I know some of y'all who are Tyler Perry fans may not like what I have to say. Some of y'all do. But at the end of the day, it's my opinion. And if you disagree with it, I would love for you to drop your comments down below so we can have this conversation. Do I blame the writers for this? No, I don't blame the writers at all for this. The person who I blame for this is Tyler Perry. And the reason why I blame Tyler Perry is because Tyler Perry is a control freak. He wants things to be done his way. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your business. You built it from the ground up. You have a right to do that. Nobody has a problem with that. But in being a control freak and wanting things to be done your way, it's hard for you to relinquish or let go a part of that control. And that's the reason why. He's probably going in the writer's room, looking at the scripts, looking at the episodes, reading it and saying, oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I want this person to act this way. Or I want this person to say it this way because, our people, that's what we like to hear. That's how we want somebody to talk like this. And that's how we want these things to happen. Because, women go through this. So, I know about what women go through and women they need to put this up in here instead of doing this. So the writers are sitting there going, okay, and the fact that now it's not working, he's going, all right, who can I put the blame on? I'm gonna put the blame on the writers because I'm not writing it. And then he went so far as says that he's not even watching the shows because of they're not following with the vision that he wants. The second thing is this. The reason why I see that the ratings are falling off is because people have grown tired of the Tyler Perry brand. Meaning that we all know his storylines. We know what they're going to be about. His TV shows and his movies, they all have the same storyline. It's the same plot. Now, he does have that dedicated fan base who likes those things. But then you have some people who like, okay, after a while, I can't take it no more. And people now have started to move on from that because there are other programs out there now. There's other shows out there now that have caught their interest. They don't want to keep seeing the same thing about the woman being abused or the bad relationships or this and that and that. It's like, okay, we've seen enough of that. So now instead of me watching that, I can watch stuff like Alex Cross on streaming or Cobra Kai and all these other things now. that's more interesting, that brings a variety instead of the same old thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with saying like, okay, this is the genre I'm going to stay in. If you're going to stay in the faith base or this genre, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're writing, you want to mix things up. Like, for example, when you look at a person like Quentin Tarantino, for instance, he loves the crime genre. He loves that. But all of the movies that he makes, even though in that crime genre, but they're not the same plot. They're not the same storyline. Each one is different. Reservoir Dogs is different from Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is different from Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is different from Django, so on and so forth. But what Tyler does is that it's the same plot line. And people have just grown tired of it till they're like, okay, I can't watch this no more. I'm kind of getting tired of it. We've seen that also with his movies. The movies have started to fade it out with the audience. So, in my opinion, what I think he needs to do is that he needs to create fresh new shows. He needs to create fresh new shows with some fresh new ideas that will help build it back up. And most importantly, he needs to just let the writers do their thing. There's nothing wrong with you want to have your input about things, but hey, this is what I want, but I'm gonna step back and let y'all do what y'all do. And when you don't do that, when you want to micromanage somebody, instead of let them do what you hired them to do, these are the problems that you get. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out and how this is going to turn out. Because I mean, I watch some of Tyler Perry shows. I watch some of them. Some of them I do. Some of them I don't. Like for one of the shows, I watch the sister shows, the TV show Sisters. I watch it. The thing that I don't like is that they have taken the Gary storyline and have completely ran that into the ground. Okay, Gary was doing this, and then Gary was stalking Andy, and then Gary was working for the cartel. Then Gary got stabbed. Now Gary is back, and he's got amnesia, and then this Gary. You keep. That's what I'm saying. You run stuff into the ground. You have a good plot line. You let it run its course, and that's it. But you don't want to keep watering it down. So, as I said, I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. We just have to sit back and check it out and see what's going to happen. Stay tuned.